Okay, we are live. Welcome to Saturday. Okay. Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories. Let's start. Meet up, share. Admit all. There's only one person. Hello, hi Arjun. Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories.
Hi, Suresh.
Hey, hi. You're audible. You're sounding pretty low.
Is it audible now? Better?
Sorry.
Is it better now?
Yeah, much better.
I'm using my.
Okay, yeah, people started joining in. Hello guys. Hello Jeevan. Hello Next. How are you guys? Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories.
I
Let's give a couple of minutes for other people to join in. Jeevan is a regular member here. Jeevan is one of
Bro, I will. You keep on the call. I will connect. I will be in the connection, but I'll talk to you guys in another 15-20 minutes.
sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's give for a few more minutes for people to join in. So, hi. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories, and I hope you guys have read through the invite that we this is being telecasted live on my YouTube channel called Saturday Night Spooky Stories. So on YouTube right now, so I can drop you the link as well. If not, I'm just giving you a heads up once again. So this is the live that is being telecasted right now. Okay, wow, people are coming in. Hey, hello. We've got, I wouldn't say a full house, but yeah, I've got quite a lot of people, and seems like everyone is a new person here except for me and Jeevan. Hello, all. Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories. This is a virtual change layout. Okay, people are joining in. This is a virtual session online meet where we regularly meet on every Saturday and we start sharing horror stories. I've started this channel back in quite a long time. It's been close to 2 years now, and people started coming in. Now I've started a community. We have a community as such. We are close to 200 or 250 odd members already. So in which there are few core people, right? Like Jeevan here, you see, I am the host, and Jeevan is one of the other hosts, and there is one more guy called Deek, and there's few more guys called Hemant, and uh, Ritu. There are a few people who joined regularly. So what we do is we come here. Hemant is here. We come here every Saturday. Uh, Today we've got a lot of new folks, so I'm hoping we're gonna have a lot of stories and a lot of things to discuss about. So it's basically we sit here, we chit chat, so people come tell their stories. Uh, we listen, we discuss. Nothing more than that. It's an informal meet. So basically what you guys do on if you guys have gone on a trip, you sit around a campfire, you uh, try to share ghost stories, have some a nice chit chat, make some friends and go back. This is the same thing, and this is being streamed live on my YouTube channel as well, which is called Saturday Night. It goes by the same name, Saturday Night Spooky Stories. Don't worry, no one is watching it except me. It's only me. I watch it on my phone just to make sure that the voice is coming out properly. Nothing. I haven't got many subscribers yet. I'm still looking for subscribers and content. So yeah, that's pretty much about the background. So I'll open the floor for anyone who would like to take initiative. So yeah, basically let me tell you, first introduce myself. I'm Suresh. I'm from Hyderabad. As I told you, I started this channel and this thing, and I've shared quite a lot of stories, and I've got people like Jeevan over here is a certified paranormal expert, so he has gone so there are few courses on Udemy where you can get a certification as such. So Jeevan has gone through that, and he has got a degree as well, and he has gone on to investigate few cases. So Jeevan is our in-house paranormal certified paranormal expert. Hemant is our core member. Again, he's not a paranormal expert, but he likes listening. He had his share of experiences, which dragged him into this thing, I guess. So since then, he has become a regular member and has become a core member too. So yeah, we can go around the table one by one, and we can see whoever is ready to share anything. Okay, since Arjun, you've joined first. Maybe do you want to take over? Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you have any stories? Or the basic question: do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in paranormal?
Hey, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah. My name is Arjun. So I'm a freelance web designer.
There's a lot of disturbance, Arjun. Sorry to be.
Is it better? Is it better now?
No, it's. I mean, there's a lot of. I don't know how to say it. The voice is not sharp enough.
Is it okay?
I mean, we are able to understand what you're trying to saying, but there's no clarity in it.
Okay. So basically, I'm here to listen to the stories.
Okay.
Uh, I've had a couple of instances, like, but I'm not sure because I don't want to believe in any ghost theory. Basically, I don't want to believe in ghosts. But there were like a couple of instances where something happened. But since I do not want to believe in anything like that, I would like to listen to the story. And if it's believable, like you said, like Steven is also one of the paranormal experts. But
Mhm.
the first time I'm listening to somebody having a round table around the spooky stories. So I just want to listen to the stories and maybe if I can share later.
No, I mean, you can always go. You can be the initiator. You can start it. This is where we can help you out. Maybe we can actually listen to it, and we can help you out understand if it is actually a paranormal or if it is something. So, if you're comfortable, please start with it. It could be a start. Someone has to start. So, since you've already started, and you said you've got a couple of few, I would call them unexplainable things. So, yeah, if you can,
It was just like a simple word. Maybe it might be silly, but
no,
listening to a weird sound somewhere on the highway um, while you're on it, you're just out, maybe late night. So it just happened 15 to 20 days back. And the reason I got scared was there was a graveyard next to the place where it happened, and there was a weird sound, but I couldn't find out what was it. Was it a truck? Was it a car? Something like some moving object on the ring road. But I couldn't find out. Since I couldn't find out, my mind started like putting me in a loop, overthinking or thinking, and me getting scared of for some reason because I couldn't identify what the sound was. It was a weird sound. And then the next day, I went to the same location again, and then I got to see there was a tree, and then I figured out that sound was nothing but a owl which was making a sound late night. And then next to that, since there was a graveyard as well, I saw everything the next day. And then I was like, okay, there's no ghost as such. It was just a bird making the sound. But but the entire whole night till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I was completely scared, and I was just consoling myself that there is nothing like a ghost or something. Maybe there might be something which is very real, like a bird or some human being out there. But it was very scary. I got scared the whole night. It's something silly, but it could have
no.
happened. With,
I mean, I can relate to what you've said, but again, were you walking or were you on your vehicle when
no,
you?
no. So usually, like late night, if you want to catch up for a smoke or a chai,
Mhm.
so when you go out like after 12 o'clock, it's only like you try to find people on the street, like somewhere if somebody's selling chai or something like that. It's sometimes it happens on the weekends, like post your party if you're trying to like try to find somebody. So it was something like that. But it was very weird that we were in a place where there was also a graveyard, there was also a huge tree, and then there was this owl. We were not drunk or anything. We were just like normal. We were just like talking about some movie or something like that. But the sound was very weird. It was the first time. It was as though like the owl was talking to me. It was
Oh.
very scary. And this was the second time it has happened. Like once was the owl directly like coming and sitting in the middle of the street when I was like driving the car. So maybe the owl was trying to say something, but I don't know. It's in the form of a bird that something was trying to say. But
Maybe
I
it's
don't
Harry
believe in
Potter,
things
dude.
like that.
Maybe you belong to an Harry Potter universe where
No,
a message was sent to you from
like I said,
Hogwarts.
if yeah, like I said, if you start believing in things like that, you would also believe in ghosts. So that's why I don't want to believe in.
Sure, I mean, yeah, it's individual's opinion, perspective. You don't have to, but again, it's more to do with ghosts. It has something to do with the fear, right? It's
Fear. Yeah,
fear that plays around the mind, even if there's a ghost or not. But fear plays a lot on your mind. But yeah,
correct.
I can relate. I mean, you talk about owls, but I've heard cats. Have you ever heard a cat crying? You?
Cat crying. Yeah, I'm like very familiar with the cat crying and all, but owl is very peculiar. The way it's like
Yeah. Okay.
sometimes it's very peculiar, like ultra low frequency. Even
Okay.
though you're familiar with the sound of an owl, but sometimes when you are like not thinking about that bird for some like you wouldn't think of a owl a lot of time, right? Like you can think of a dog or a cat, but
Hmm.
not owl every time.
Yeah.
So and the kind of sound it makes is like you cannot you cannot even like identify the pattern. It's not like the regular hoot all the time. There's a different pattern to it, as well, which is very scary.
Yeah, it must have been scary. I understand, but you how would the next time was it the next night you've gone there, or was it during the daytime you've gone there? And
No, no, I was there around 11:30 or something, and people were there next to me and all, but it gave me chills, and then I got to know there was a graveyard as well. And the next, I somehow like was awake till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock the whole night. At home, I went back home. I was up,
okay,
and then I slept, and I woke up again at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and went back to the same place just to make sure that I won't be scared of anything like that ever in future. Because and then when I went back, like everything was positive. There was a graveyard there, even that was like bright and like it was there was a positive vibe there. Just the place and the tree. Then I figured out it's just the owl which was trying to say something. And then maybe that is paranormal or not, I don't know. But it was very weird.
yeah, and now since that you only figured it out, I don't think it has anything to do with paranormal. I mean, things might have seemed paranormal because there is a graveyard beside it, but I don't think the it could be definitely scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Arjun, for sharing that. Bhai Harsha, where are you, dude? I see that you're in a party, man. You're on mute.
Actually, I am in the Garba classes, so that's why.
Oh,
It's
okay, okay.
it's a traditional Garba.
But Garba now, but is it not supposed to happen in the month of October or so?
Bro, they're trying to practice it abhi se.
Till for
So
October, is
have
it?
the
Wow,
practice makes perfect.
true. Okay, now that Arjun has are trying to summon some demons, are they trying to summon some? I don't think with Garba, dude. I mean, if they are trying to do, but they would definitely be.
It's a demo classes actually. It's a 2-day workshop.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, was it part of the meetup thing again?
Sorry?
Meetup. Did you go through meetup?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Same way you
Yeah.
found me. Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Please
is it in
continue. Please
Hyderabad?
continue. Yeah. Sorry, Nachiket. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it happening in Hyderabad?
No, I guess Harsha is in Bangalore. Harsha, you're in
Oh,
Bangalore, right?
No, right now in Ahmedabad and next
oh,
week coming to Bangalore.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's a Ahmedabad Garba.
Nice, man. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Hajivan bhai. Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Hajivan bhai, you're saying something?
I was about to say hi, guys.
Oh, hello. Hi, hi, hi. There's a lot of background noise, Jeevan. You're outside, is it?
I am reaching home over 10 minutes. Maybe.
Okay, okay, okay. No problem. Take your time, and yeah, we can you can talk once you're back in your house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indirectly saying, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, what?
Indirectly saying shut the fuck up.
No, dude. Yeah, I'm just saying. Ask you. I'm trying you. I'm asking you to concentrate on driving.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm being. See. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Next. Go to the next person. Hi, next. Hello.
Hey, hi.
Hello. Hi. Welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm presuming
So,
this is your first time joining the session.
exactly, this is the first time I'm joining, and I'm not sure about what should I say because I don't know whether it's a paranormal activity or something because I have a thing to share, but I don't know whether it is how much people will be believing it or not.
Uh,
So,
no.
like,
Yeah. Please do. Please do. Go ahead.
because some couple of, I mean, last year, actually, I was staying in Coimbatore.
Okay.
So I had an experience. So because I had taken a rental house and I was staying there with my friends and all.
Sorry,
So
Nick.
after we,
Sorry to interrupt, but there's a lot of
yeah,
the voice is not sharp. It sounds as though you're in a room and there's a lot of echo in your.
uh, 1 minute.
Is it something to do with my network or is it?
Yeah, is this audible now?
Yeah, it's much better now. Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I'm not sure about what this experience I have, but I'll just share it anyway.
Okay.
So for me, what happened is that I last year I was and staying in one place in one house. We are taken for rent and we're just staying in Coimbatore.
Okay.
So what happened is that that house is a two-story building, and that house is very. It looks very good. So we stayed for a week, and after that, after a week, actually, there were four members in the house. And so what happened is that every day night, I mean, like when me and my friend, when we go for sleep and somebody is staying in the room, after some time we can hear some weird noise in the room, actually, in that hall and all. So initially, it was like we didn't give much importance to it. So after some time, it is going on. This sound is increasing, and every day people are falling sick also day by day. So what happened is here is that so recently, I mean, like there's the steps there. So when we came out of step, one person has fallen, and the cars what we have, everything is full of the handprints and all. So initially, what we thought is that maybe there's somebody might have been doing something like this because it's a very village.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went out, there are two lights on the outside. So in the gate. So when we came back, both the lights were completely tilted. So this
Sorry,
was
what
noticed,
you
and
said? The lights? Is it? I did not understand.
yeah, the doom lights, right? Both the two lights in the gate. So
Okay.
the light is straight, and when we came back, it is in the slanting position.
Oh, okay.
Both the lights. And initially, when we stepped inside the house, there's a god photo and all. It's a full of glass. So after stepping inside, after shifting everything, this glass was completely broken. That's the worst experience we had. And after that, this lights was tilted. And then we called the electrician and it made it ready. And after some days, when I just purposely monitoring it, and when I went out, this light was in the straight direction. And when I came back, was in a straight. But after going to the first floor, when I looked out, it is again in the standing position. So after some time, like the night and all, the sound was keep on increasing, and people are really got really scared. So one day, because I always comes at night, and there are three members staying in the house, so every day they can hear somebody is murmuring near to the ears actually. So
Shit.
this was one experience we had, and after that one night, and I didn't believe because we all went out, and then they told me about this what happening. We had to shift the house immediately, and I could see this very village, and every day morning the people are looking at us whether we are there or not. And then we had a talk to the neighbors, and what they're saying is that nobody has stayed more than a month in their house actually.
Oh,
And one lady was telling that one old man was staying in the house and he expired. So he has a disease and he expired. So this was we came to know very later. So what happened is that one day night, what my experience is that I was sleeping in the room, and in my room, what happened is that after I think maybe time I'm not remember, very late night, I can hear two people walking on the corridor, and they're just talking some different languages that is going on. They're just walking and going.
shit.
So that is that. I don't understand what language they're talking, but like there is some sound I can hear it actually. Then I told to everyone, and we all were hearing the noise. The next day morning, when we checked it, we came out that house is not a livable condition actually. So this is one worst experience I had. And the bad thing is, we stayed for more than a month in that house. And after that, this started very slowly. First week, I know nothing will happen. After, I think the second week or not, so slowly this is getting, the sound, this all things is happening actually. And so this was one experience which I want to share. I'm not sure whether what is this actually. You can just tell me the solution for this.
Oh wow, that is scary actually. But
Yes.
wow, no. Generally, these kind of houses, you get it at a cheaper cost. Was it also the case? Did you get?
Yes, it was very cheap. It is
Yeah,
very cheap. And the house is completely isolated. This is a kind of, it's not from the main road. So from main road, you have to go around, I think, 45 kilometers inside. And on the left side, there's nothing. It's a completely isolated house, actually. But when the people used to look at us, actually, then when we were getting up in the morning, so people used to look at us, a very strange experience, actually, because it's not a kind of positive vibe we used to get, actually.
yeah. This
And
period you.
whatever we make,
Yeah.
yes. So whatever we make was now, something is on behind us actually. So I felt sick in that house, and my sound was changed because my friends used to say that my sound and my way of talking is like an old, very old. We could feel that you are not. But then they took me from the house and they went somewhere distance. After some kilometers, I became okay. And this is one experience I don't know whether it's a paranormal or whatever it is, but this is a very bad experience I had.
Oh shit. So you were staying. You were a bachelor and you were staying with your friends. Is it in that house or what?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness. So you how long you stayed for 2 months?
No, 1.5 month. And after that, that lady, the neighbor, sorry, what is it? The person, the house owner was a lady, and her husband is also sick. And after some time, she asked, when we were shifting it, she was asking, is there any problem in the house? We said there's no issues like that. So she knows something, I think. But many people are vacating from this house. Is there an issue like that? Uh, she asked us actually.
So you were living on this second
No, no.
second floor.
Both the house, it's a 5-bedroom house. It's completely very cheap rate we got.
Oh, it's a duplex sort of thing.
Both, yeah, duplex sort of.
Oh, okay, okay.
And two car parking and very big hall. And, the TV room, everything is very big. It's very, very spacious house. I think maybe around 2,800 square feet. Such a big house it is.
Oh,
And the bedrooms are too huge.
and whenever if there is one person living in that entire house, like if you're four of us, you said you four of you are staying together, right? If only one
Yes,
of them one was around, he would have been scared, right? If
yes.
if, if you were all living.
Because a person who was staying next to, who was staying next to us, they said that they can hear the walking stick sound, and once they thought we again, when we went for sleep, we again came down. It seems they can hear the sounds and all. So they were asking whether we came back, and
Oh,
I don't know what happened because those whole things was very, you know. And after a few weeks only, we were very scared to talk about these things in the house actually. So when we went so much distance here, and then we discuss about all these things actually.
but
So
man, this is a scary experience, man. But it's like
yes,
for I guess that is one of the giveaway for any time if you're getting a really nice house at a really cheap rent, which
right,
means there is a definitely a backstory to it where you should do a
obviously.
background check because there were few stories that were shared in the previous sessions as well. That
Uh-huh.
happened. One happened in Bangalore and Whitefields. The lady who shared that story, right? She has gone through a really that is a that video in our channel. You can if you look
Uh-huh.
into the shots, there is a big there's a 10-minute story that is shared by her.
Okay.
Again, it was the same thing. It was an apartment in Whitefields. We have she has actually shown us the location. I've gone through the maps. We have shown the apartment. She said it is on the second floor and everything. Though you can't see the
Hmm.
video now, I've masked it with everything. So
Okay.
she used to her family moved there when she was pregnant. Her family moved there. I could feel the pain in her voice when she narrated this entire thing. She the day she went to see the house, again they were getting that house at a pretty cheap rent for in
Okay.
Whitefields. You're getting a 3 BHK for 20,000 in 2020. It's quite recent, maybe
Yes.
around
Yes.
2019 or 2018. It's not cheap. For 20,000 you wouldn't get a
Uh,
3 BHK for
3 BHK.
yeah Whitefield. So They were getting it for so cheap. The owners live in Germany or some other place. It's a friend. So one of the friend are recommended that place. They've gone there, and the moment she stepped in, she felt a presence there. She has seen kids running around in the house. First she has seen a kid sort of thing running around in the house, and she told the same thing to her husband. And like the regular horror movie stuff, the
Mm.
husband did not.
Yeah, that's true. Even when I stepped inside the first floor, I got scared because I was thinking there is something in this house. But the price is too low and such a big house. I like the house actually. Then everyone was asking, "Can we take it?" I said, "What is going to happen? We'll take it up." So that first floor, when we stepped, in, you can feel that some, movie experience was there actually because I got scared out in the first floor. So then after staying there, after 1 week, it was like. Whether it's not a mind game, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
There is something. If somebody is ready to explore, I am ready to take them also because I also want to know what is happening in the house actually.
Yeah, I mean, if it was only you who was
Ah,
experiencing it, then yes, it would have been. You could have said it was an imagination or a hallucination sort of thing.
right,
But
right,
if
right.
everyone, all the four people are experiencing it, and and people have been looking at you weirdly, so I guess
Yes.
those are your. So, yeah, yeah. I guess this is your the as uh, Nachiket was saying. So takeaways, don't go for cheap houses. I wouldn't say
That's
that you
true.
can go for cheap houses, but do your researches first. Like,
Correct.
was there
No,
anything? Was there a history behind it?
correct. But we cannot able to do much research on because this is like at that situation we won't feel anything. That's the problem actually. Because at daytime we are going there, but night is the main difference what you're going to feel.
Yeah.
And I don't believe much in these things, but I like to explore. Okay, and I tried also, but this was like complete different
You,
feel I
I
got.
guess you are in the horror movies. You're the person who said, "Let's go try," and you're the you'll be the
Exactly.
first person to die in the horror movies. You where you go and
But
explore stuff.
but this is like if anybody likes to do it, I'll be the first person to go with them actually because I want to know what is happening in that house actually.
I'll definitely join you, but I don't think I'll
Sure,
stay there long. But I'll run away. The moment
100%.
I experience something, I'm gonna run away from there. But yeah, I'll come along with you.
Yeah, we will do one day.
Yeah. But as I was saying, right, this lady who has experienced it, the first day when she stepped into the house, she actually seen some strange
Okay.
shadows there. She told her husband did not believe, her in-laws did not believe. They said, maybe since you're in your periods, you might be having such kind of vague uh,
Right, right, right.
a view sort of thing. So later on, things started becoming much for worse for her. She started seeing a woman. She started literally earlier start. She started seeing shadows first and hearing giggles. Later on,
Okay.
actually started seeing kids and a woman standing there in front of her.
Oh,
Things went really bad. I don't remember. I know the gist of the story. So what happened is she got she tried to tell her in-laws and everyone. They were not really they weren't bad people, but it's like they were trying to didn't want to let go of the house because they were getting at a cheap price, and they were
right.
still thinking that it could be something to do with the pregnancy stuff, so they weren't really bothered much. Unfortunately, her pregnancy did not yeah her pregnancy did not stand. She had to got aborted. The
Oh
fetus
my.
died or something. She got aborted. She got separated from her husband for 2 months, and later on I mean separated. She got into a fight. I mean, she was upset. She was like, no one were ready to believe in her. She got upset. She has gone back to her house, to her parents' place, and her husband was living all alone in that house. A week after she has left, or a couple of months after she has left, her
Mm,
husband started called her once, and he started crying all of a sudden. And that's when he
okay.
told her that I've started seeing that woman too, and I've started seeing her kids too.
Mm,
And
uh,
for the moment, she said, okay, oh, uh, do what when I tried to tell you the thing, you did not believe me. Now you deal with it, karke. She left it, but again he called her. He pleaded her. She came back to him. They all left the house, but
okay.
and now after that she did have a kid after that, and they're all happy now though. But that year, I guess in 2018 or 19, that 1 year was the most tragic of her life.
Right, right.
And the entire
Because
story had a lot of twists and turns in it. If you guys can get, definitely go into my channel. There is a 3-part story where this that woman actually narrated the entire thing. Do look into it as
okay,
in the shots.
right. That's true because in my that house also there is one room which we get scared to go inside. Actually, I don't know why because we kept all the. I mean, they have their furnitures in there, their dining table and everything was. So we just kept everything in one room, and we are using our items. But
Oh,
still, in that room, I don't know some feel. We don't feel to go inside actually. So sometimes we feel some sort of negativity. That's what which I can understand. So
yeah.
it was last year the same time. It was a very bad experience I had actually.
Thank you for sharing that. This is a scary experience. You said I mean, you said it wasn't scary, but it is scary, man. But fortunately, you moved out of the house within a month or within 2 months,
Right.
so that is good.
No, because we check with so many, we'll background, we'll check the pujas and all those things, and everyone is saying, but I don't think whatever they're saying is right because this is some sort of energy. That's what I believe in that.
Hmm.
That energy is playing the game. Either you have to pull that energy out of house, or you have to shift from that place actually. So that's the only option to escape from this one.
True.
But night, if you go inside, there's the street lights will not be there, and you feel some sort of scary when you're stepping in that particular area.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And you can hear the dog howling, and everything will be there at late night. And
You've
so,
got too many
and
signs. You stayed one half a month extra. You should have left within a month. The
yeah,
moment.
because starting, we don't feel anything. This is very slow. Actually, if you go and stay there also,
Hmm.
I'd say for a week, you will not feel anything. You feel like very good. But all of a sudden, for some person, it will impact. This is how it happens actually. Then it will spread.
But
And it will
nothing.
try to make you scared.
But nothing really. What do you call day? Life threatening sort of things have happened to you, right? To you or your friends.
No, no.
Fortunate. That's.
But the some sort of, I mean, voice was changing, and you feel very tired. That's what I experienced. Is that I got fever, and I got like I'm very old. I'm feeling in my mind that I became very old. I
Oh.
cannot able to talk. I cannot able to walk, and I'm sitting in one chair. Then I went to another room and I slept there. Then we all got to go out. Actually, I think it's a weekend. So I said, I'm not interested to come. You guys go. Then they understood that something is happening in this person because I'll be always active in that because I never felt this kind of things.
Hmm.
And suddenly they understood there was something happening to me. They pulled me in the car and we just drove away. I think after some half an hour, I think I don't. Then I slept off also. After so the moment when I got up, I became normal.
Oh, wow.
So that I don't know. What is the feel? I'm not sure how to explain it actually.
Yeah, we understand. We have heard a lot of stories, so we have understood what you're trying to say. But again, the good thing is that that thing or whatever the energy did not latch on to you guys. It has just latched or it has just
House only,
in within that house. I
right?
wish Jeevan was here. He would have explained it much better. So, so what they say is these things, like spirits or whatever, these energies latch onto a few things like either houses or objects. So, and if it gets transferred to a human, that's when it becomes an issue. But fortunately, it did
Okay.
not happen to you.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. Thank you, so thank you for the story.
Thank you
Next.
so much. Sure.
Yeah. So who wants to go next? We've got few Yadav, Mohan Bhai. It's been a while. Thank you for joining. And we've got Infinite Wisdom, Imran, Jerusha, US, Nachiket. Nachiket, is my again. He's been here a couple of weeks, so he's a regular now. Oh yeah, who wants to go next? I'll go with Imran.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Can you
Imran.
guys hear me properly?
Yeah,
Is
you're
it too
on.
noisy?
Yep.
Awesome. So, I have few stories, but I think the one I'm going to share today is is so it's back then when I was like in my teenage
Can you be a bit
years.
louder, please? Sorry, Imran.
Just give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever people say that I've got lot of stories, right, I get really excited. But every time they say that, they just tell one story and they'll tell, okay, I'll tell the next story, the other story
Yeah,
next
yeah,
time.
we have to keep it spicy, no? I
Sorry.
don't want to give away. I don't want to give away everything right now. I want to keep it a bit spicy.
Sure. Definitely. Definitely.
So the story goes as like I'm in my teenage years. We are living in a big building, like not really big. It's like in Karachi, it's like 5, 6 floors. and we are living at the top floor, and we have the roof for ourselves. So we start building another house over there for our granny to live in. But
Okay.
by the time we complete the house, our granny sadly passed away.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry.
I was like I have I am living with my five brothers, and none of them wanted to live there. But we had the house, and I'm kind of like an introvert, so I decided I'm gonna go there and live alone.
Okay.
So my family was against it, but I decided no, 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 I want to go and live there. And after a few days, one day, like in the daytime, daylight, I saw a small white child, like a light being which was illuminating, or someone like that. Like it didn't look human or anything, and it actually like turned around and looked at me, and it was like sitting in the corner of the room. I got scared and I ran downstairs. I called my brothers. We all ran upstairs and went there, and there was no one over there. And everyone in my home kept telling me, "You're delusional. You're hallucinating. You're just in your own imagination."
Oh my.
Uh,
Okay.
but I was a man of science back then. I didn't really believe in ghost or religion or spirituality, anything. So I actually believed them. I was like, okay, I'm probably hallucinating, but let's suppose if it's real, for the sake of science, I want to know more. So I have heard a lot of people saying like ghosts usually present themselves at like 12 a.m. or 4 a.m. So what I did is on the same night I went there, and it's on the exact position where I saw him. I went there, sat down, and I started shouting like, "I want to see you again" at 12 a.m. But nothing happened. So I went away, and then I came back at like 4 a.m. and I was keeping myself awake that day. I want to see this being again, and I want to like talk to him, like who is he and why was he here? What was he doing? I had so many questions, but I was also scared. So it's not like I was very brave. I was like shitting my pants, but I was like, I want to do this for science. But still nothing happens. I kept shouting. I actually asked out loud in the middle of nowhere, like, I want to see you and stuff. So this happened, and after a few days, I actually started sleeping in that room. I was so excited to meet him again that I started sleeping in that room. And one day I was sleeping, and I felt like someone is under my bed, and I was like uncomfortable, and I was feeling like, okay, someone is under my bed, or maybe I'm hallucinating, or is this real? So what I did, I just took out my pillow and my blanket, and just I went down, like I went under my bed and slept there for the rest of the night.
You went under
But
your.
it's
Sorry to interrupt. You went under your bed to sleep.
yeah. So it has like some space beneath it, right? So I just went there. But still, to be honest, no luck. And few days after, I felt like someone is like in my bathroom. So I went there, and like I closed the lights in a way that the ghost might think that I've already left the bathroom, and I closed the door. And I was like sitting in the dark in the bathroom and waiting for someone to show up, because I felt like someone was moving the bathroom door again and again. But once I was inside, there were no more movements. So I think I pretty much scared him away. So yeah, this was one of the encounters. Like it kept on happening. Like even after several years, there was once I was like taking a shower, and I felt like there is someone in the bathroom and stuff, and like actually just took a towel, wrapped around me, and I just ran away. Like it's like you can sometimes feel the presence, and sometimes you like know that there is no one over there. So it kept on happening a few times, and then it just went away. And after many years, after having some more experiences, I finally realized that those were not my hallucination. Probably I was interacting with someone.
Oh shit! But how were you able to still go back there even after being scared, man?
For science, man, I'm a man of science. To be honest, I kind of believe, but I was in doubt because I don't really believe. And I was actually in a Muslim family, but I was an atheist back then. So I was really strong about my beliefs that there is no God, there is no spiritual beings or anything. So I kept going there with this motive to understand and know if this is true. I want to know. I don't just want to say that I had a hallucination. I don't want to be in doubt.
Shit. So you're no longer atheist now. You do
No,
believe.
but I'm not really religious anymore as well. I'm just I think there are powers, there is something about reality which science don't understand. Probably maybe there is God. I don't know, but like I see God as something else. But I think this is gonna go off topic if I go there. But it's something related to spirituality.
Wow. But I mean, hats off to your guts, dude. You've seen something and you've gone back there, and every time you've seen, you're trying to go to that place to have an interaction with it. That's something.
Yeah.
Oh, so nothing. So that entity did not try to contact you after that anytime.
I think not, or maybe it changes forms, or maybe I still talk to it, but in a way that it feels like they are my own thoughts. I don't know.
So it did you ever had a did it the idea cross your mind whether it could be your grandma who passed away there, since it is.
I doubt it, to be honest. I don't think my grandma is gonna come back as a small white child
I mean,
to scare the shit out of me.
yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, it could be. See, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to say she's come to scare you, but maybe it's more like a good presence where she wants to be with you and as a kid,
Hmm.
some sort of thing, as a good
Could be,
spirit. Could,
yeah, could be. But it's very hard to tell. Like once you, if you don't have any communication or stuff,
yeah,
it's very hard to tell about these things here. Like what was the motive behind all of this?
but great story, dude. But it's if you're okay, you're still doing it. Are you still going to the? If you have a, you said you have multiple
Yeah.
such stories. So did you ever try to investigate more apart from this one?
So let me see which one. So once I remember, like, and this is I've searched on Google as well. Like some other people have reported this as well. I think this is an interaction with another dimension. I think because I remember in my very early childhood, one day I saw some entities, kind of a thing. Like they were like very two-dimensional. They were in three-dimensional, and they were like on the surface of the room. They were entirely black and like had, I think they had one or two eyes, but it felt like a paper, like in 2D dimensions, not really a 3D being. And there were multiples of them, and they had weird shapes, not like our humanoid body shapes, and they were just floating around. And I've heard that other people have seen these very similar things as well, and I think they are from some other dimension, like 2D dimension or something.
Oh wow,
Um, so
that's
I
quite.
think, but that was just one interaction with them. I think Sadhguru also said that he has also seen such beings as well.
Oh no, I haven't. Maybe I'll have
Yeah,
to.
in one video I saw him say that he have also witnessed them. Sadhguru. Yeah.
You okay? Thank you for sharing that, man. That's quite a. But I still trying to wrap my head around saying that you've seen a thing and you've gone there to have an interaction with that, right? That you've got
Yeah.
some guts to do it. So I my suggestion. I mean, no, I'm not here to give a suggestion here, but it's better sometimes to leave them alone. Don't try to go and uh, fortunately that energy or spirit was a good spirit and it was just trying to not meant to harm you.
Hmm.
If you said as you believe in energies, right, there could be positive and negative energies. So if there are
True.
negative energies, it's better we try not to go and fiddle with them, or play around with them. So try to
Yeah.
figure out which is a negative and which is a positive energy, and then do your research. That's what I would say.
True. True. I think the one thing I've seen is like people do get scared a lot as well. Like I don't think we should be too much scared as well. Like you have to be cautious. You don't want to interact with a being which you don't know how it's going to behave or what kind of transactions you're going to have, because there have been stories of people having transactions with these entities and end up being on loss, because it's not like you it's like buying something very cheap for very expensive price. This is what happens when people actually start communicating with these beings. So you just have to be careful. And I think there are laws, like there is police, there is like judges, and we have entire judiciary system in our whole societies. I think there are some systems between interdimensional interactions with these beings as well. It's better to approach a person who knows more about it and can help you in that manner.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I think they are just beings. We don't want to like over uh, give them too much power in our mind that they are something so beyond us that we should be afraid of them. Maybe they are afraid of us, and maybe
True,
there is some sort of a system in place as well. So yeah.
true. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you, Imran. Infinite wisdom. Do you want to go next? Guys, you don't have to be on mute. If you want to talk, please talk instead of typing. I'm just trying to make this lively, so that's the reason I'm just talking. But if there anyone else who wants to chip in and give your thoughts, please do. Yeah, infinite wisdom. If you want to go next.
Hello,
Hello, hi.
I'm Nick.
Oh, you're Nick again, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the same?
Nick from last time, Uttarakhand.
Oh, okay. Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Oh shit. Okay, Nick. Oh
Uh,
shit.
uh,
Sorry, man.
yeah, different person.
No, since we just had another Nick today in the call, so that's where I got confused. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. He shared a scary story last weekend, and I'm hoping you've got some story now as well, Nick.
Yeah, I have a lot, but like I've come from another account this time,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, I'll be more.
Oh,
So I have a lot of stories to share, but I'll share one that I have, the earliest memory from. So I'll start.
yeah. Please go ahead. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. So basically, I have a very good photographic memory, and I've tested this time and again since when I was, like studying. So there used to be time when I used to memorize entire chapters, word to word, like in a way, in a photographic memory kind of way. And teacher used to call me up and ask me, "Ki, have you copied this? Because this seems to be written word to word." And I wouldn't know the meaning of whatever has been written, but basically I was able to copy it. Not anymore, not that kind of memory. I don't possess in that way, in that extreme way that I used to have. But there are some things that I remember from my childhood, from the age of as early as you can say 3 years. So I have like visual and auditory memory from probably 3 or 2.5 years of age, which is quite early. But one of such memories I remember was when I used to live in Bombay,
Hmm.
and where I was born, and we used to live in a flat there. So I vaguely remember that it was like a flat, and it had a lot of empty spaces. Especially, you can say there was a washroom, and above washroom there was a space left to accommodate water tank, right?
Hmm.
But because I don't know for what reason, there was no water tank there because there were direct connection 24/7, water running
Hmm.
throughout. So I guess maybe in that particular flat the requirement for water tank was not there. And so what I remember vaguely is that I just woke up out of sudden, maybe in the middle of the night, because everyone was asleep, and I had no idea, how to look at how to read time because I was so young, right? And so I just walked around the house, strolling, checking everything. I suddenly remember hearing some whispers. Okay, it was like a group of people talking, and I just followed that voice slowly, and it led me towards that bathroom area, uh, and something told me to look up. And as I looked up in that empty space where there should have been, water tank that was kept for water tank to accommodate water tank, that was left empty. There I saw more than 3 to 4 people sitting inside the house. They were wearing, big pagadis and long flowing clothes, black in color, white in color, you know, and long beard. And I don't know, there was hookah or something that they were smoking, but I vaguely remember this scenery. At least 4 to 5 people. Okay, and I did not get scared. I don't know why, because probably I was too stupid to even figure out what was happening. So I just started talking to them, and they were talking to me. And if you ask me what did we talk about, I have no recollection of that thing, because but I seemed very, normal. It was like a normal conversation. And I just remember one thing that I told to them was, Ki, leave this place in my whatever, that way I knew, in whatever words I could use. So we talked for a good amount of time, and then probably I went to sleep. Next day, I told my parents, and my parents thought that I had a wonderful dream. And my mother told me that probably you saw Sai Baba, because the attire was something similar to that Sai Baba used to wear, the original Sai Baba of Shirdi. So for a long time I thought that, yeah, it was Sai Baba, and because I was a disciple, not disciple, but probably I believed in him, so I was like, okay, he gave me a darshan. But soon, when I grew up, I started looking back and probably questioning things. And I thought, if it was Sai Baba, it should be one person. Why was there more than three, four, probably five, people sitting there in those clothes and attire? So later I did some research about it, and what I think it was, that they were jinns, probably, because their attire and everything were very much like that. And that area, that where we used to live, behind that area there was, like, you can say, a Muslim dominated region, or basically the population of Muslim used to be more in that, behind our, you can say, locality. So for some reason I think they were jinns. And yeah, that was the first, and that was my first experience of my life, actually, seeing something like this. And I still remember, vaguely their dress. It was something like, how you can see the, perhaps, leader of the Iran, right? You call it Khomeini. How the kind of attire he wears,
Mm,
the pagadi and the long flowing dress, this thing,
mhm.
black and white kind of. So it was very much like that. So this was one experience I had.
How old were you then when you were seen this or when you experienced this thing?
Probably 3 years,
Oh,
very young,
oh. I mean,
3.5. Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I
But it
wouldn't.
was not a dream at all, and I still remember it
Okay.
was it was not a dream. It was something very real. Yeah, because uh,
I was about to say it could be a dream as, but I mean, I'm not trying to, what do you call, no, I'm not trying to say
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
are dreaming or something. Since a 3 year old, but again, it's more or less like what in horror movies, like, if a 3 year kid comes and tells you that I've seen something, people tend to imagine them to be their imaginary friends, sort of thing.
Right, right.
Oh, Imran, yeah, please do speak. Please do talk. You don't have to type if you have anything to comment.
No, no, I was just thanking Infinite Wisdom for saying this is a nice. My story was nice.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
I just want to say that I lived it myself. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, that's the reason you last week when Saksham was talking, was narrating his story. You had a Jin story as well. That's when you said, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
that's why.
oh, where is Saksham, dude? I thought he would join. And when guys, if you haven't, for the new guys who've joined, look, watch the last week's podcast. There were few stories that were narrated by Nick, and there is another guy called Saksham. The way Saksham has narrated this entire incident, that was creepy, man. He has given the entire thing, what has happened to him. He has given a, history to to that person who has come into his house. That's a, how do I put it? Do you know this thing, right? You pay you I'll make three other people join in my team, and they make three other people join their team. A chain marketing sort of thing. So the story which Saksham has narrated last week was also something of that sort, but on the paranormal side. An entity has made people to do it. So do listen to that story last week. It is a quite big story, but it is quite a nice story as well. Oh, we have our regular guy Deek here. Hello Deek, bye.
हेलो।
इतना देर क्यों? अरे
अरे मैं जयपुर आ गया ना, वो टोस्ट मास्टर्स था, उसमें गया था और फिर मैं भूल गया था। मैं अभी देखा लाइव, मेरा उस पे आया फीड पे, यूट्यूब पे, मैं लगा अरे, तो लाइव ज्वाइन किया, फिर मैं लाइव पे हेलो बोला, फिर मैं आया इधर।
okay, yeah, for guys, Dick is one more core member here. He is my co-host. Me, and if I'm not around, Dick is gonna host it. So if Dick is also not around, then Jeevan or Sagar, someone else will host it. So we are the core members here. We had nice for the first time. Even without you, everyone who has joined has told some of the other story, dude. We had three stories till now.
मैं जिस दिन ना आऊँ ना, it's like a school thing where the day you don't go to the school, everything happens. मैं जिस दिन थोड़ा लेट हो जाऊँ,
And it happens the other way around as well, right? Whenever you are hosting, when I'm not in the on the stream.
but we are not recording. जिस दिन मैं record नहीं करूँ, उस दिन बहुत अच्छी stories आता है।
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we've got few new people. Dilip, I don't think you are a new person. You've been in the stream earlier as well, right?
No, first time.
Okay, hi Dilip then. Sorry,
I
I
don't
don't.
know him.
Hi everyone.
Hello, welcome to Saturday Night Spooky Stories. Do you have a story to share?
Not today, but I'll listen today.
Ah, come on, why not?
I don't have of the mind right now anything, but
Oh,
I'll listen today. It's the first day, so I'll listen today.
definitely, definitely. Okay, we've got few. Okay, Joanne, Jerus, Joanne. Hi. Do you have anything to share, guys? Please unmute yourself and please talk. I hope I called your name right.
Hello,
Hello, hi,
it's Jerish Jonah, and
Joanna.
hi
Okay.
guys.
Hello, hello, hi.
Uh, have a few experiences in the past, so I'm not sure which one to start with. But
Which
one
one
of
is good?
the ones which annoyed me and irritated me for quite some time, I'll tell you about that.
Sure.
So I reside in Dubai, and one of my hobbies is off-roading and all of that stuff. So usually we go outside to the deserts and all of these places. And if you have been out in the wild, you'll know that in some places you just get the feeling like, you're not supposed to stay there and you have to leave.
Hmm.
And anytime you ignore that, something very bad happens. So we usually do night drives, like just with friends, just doing bashing and stuff. And all of us have felt it at different times, and it is like an unspoken thing that we just accept it. Like we don't still continue and playing around. But then that particular day, we had some friends, and like everyone wanted to just stay and like have fun. So two incidences happened at the same day, and one of them it's like uh, assume that you are in the middle of nowhere and you know that there is no one around you, but you keep hearing that someone's calling you out at the far, and you hear like sounds like as if they are stuck, or like they need your help or something. And on the other hand, you also get this thought that okay, maybe there is another group of people there and they're chilling out. Let's not go and disturb them. So we ignored it in the start, but then it kept coming for quite some time. And from the distance, it looked like, they were having a bonfire or something. But this sound, it would keep coming at random intervals, like, in Arabic, like, help or like this thing. So just to clear our mind, so we thought, okay, we'll just go and check it out. So by the time we were going, there was one dune to cross, one sand dune. And when we crossed it, there was nothing in front, like the exact place where we saw the light and people over there was nothing, and there was just a tree. So we were like, okay, that's so weird. And we all just stopped over there, and the friend group split up, like because it was quite some distance. So when we went there, and we just like stopped, and like just wanted to like see what the heck was happening. One guy goes to take a leak behind the tree, okay, and all of a sudden I hear him scream and like almost start a fight. And he tells us like some guy just came and said, "Leave this place. It doesn't belong to you." And we were like, "There's no one over here. There's no tire tracks. There's no fire. There is like nothing made sense." And then when none of us were looking, we heard the voice say in Arabic, like, uh, the day is yours, but the night belongs to us. Leave this place. Like,
Right.
as if they were right behind us. But there was nothing, like, we couldn't see anything. And then we were like, okay, let's just leave this place, whatever it is. I do not want to stay there and see it longer. Because, it's like some people are very sensitive and they pick up on these things. Like, for example, when these energies are around, you can feel your ears burning up, or like you just get the very heavy, thick presence, like you're watched. Like, you can just feel the energy moving around you. And that entire area was very, it had a very heavy presence. So we left, and later on, I think when I got back home, it was a very weird feeling. And I usually take my dogs along with me. And I've had experiences in the past, like, where I'll be out there chilling, and all of a sudden my dogs will start playing with people that I can't see, and I'll be like, okay, I am not liking this. Let's just leave, cause I know that my dogs are playing with someone, like jumping on them, doing tricks, giving his paw, and all of this thing. So I'll be like, okay, this is interesting, but I don't think I'm too comfortable with it, and then I just leave. Like I gotten kind of used to experiencing these things in random places that it doesn't bother me too much, but at the same time I know that it can get pretty annoying. So this incident, after this thing, when we came back home, like everyone kind of like felt very weird. Like we got out, we were like cleaning the vehicles up and getting ready to head back, and it was a very unsettling feeling. And all of us felt okay. It was something messed up, and everyone had their own way of making it feel better. Some of them recited Quran, some of them like just uh, s- said things to make themselves feel better. But then for me, it's like when I got back home, the presence stayed for quite some time and kept getting increasing in intensity to the point where I was like, you know what, if you want to do something, do it. I honestly don't give a shit. Like, cause like I would be like sleeping, and all of a sudden, like I can, like when you're on the bed and if someone walks around you, you can feel the mattress going in and out like footsteps in circles. And I was like I was tired, like genuinely tired. Like it didn't bother me with fear. I was like just annoyed. Like just do what you want. Like and uh, and I had just shifted into that place, and I didn't know my house's backstory or anything. And I used to stay in a building, I think at the 13th floor, and that building was in a very weird, like it had a very weird energy from the start. I didn't care much, but ever since I noticed that, like I was a bit curious, like why this place and all of this stuff. And later on, I got to know like the entire 15th and 16th floor is like sealed off, like for some reason, and like no one stays over there. It's like as if they built the house and then they just demolished everything and just closed it and kept. And the same intensity which I was feeling since I came back from my dune bashing thing, the day when I just wanted to go up and see what is that, I could feel the same intensity just keep increase more and more, and I went over there. And then I was like, I've got enough things going on in life. I do not want this where I stay, and I just let it be as it is. So I wanted to get that thing off because you could always feel like being watched, and you could always feel the spike in energy around you. And the girl I was with, she came, and she's even more sensitive than me in all of these things. And she wouldn't step inside. She's like, "This energy is so weird. I'm not." But then I was like, fine, like we got to do something about this. So like we kind of like did our own ritual in our own way, like cleanse the entire place, Himalayan salt, all the incense sticks, and hoped it would leave. But no, when we're all done and we're like just sitting in the floor just looking at each other, my dog starts playing again right at center, and I'm like, fuck, this is not working out. But I don't exactly recollect when this thing went off. I think it was when I genuinely got pissed so much because I think you might have experienced even sleep paralysis, right? Like somewhere between a sleep and awake and this stuff. And that was something which for some sadistic reason, kind of enjoyed it, like even otherwise. And when both of these things mixed together, and it had a very surreal experience to it in the sense that I usually I was in control of it and I'm comfortable, but this time I was not in control of what was happening. And like I could see my dogs on one side and I'm like trapped, and it felt closer while this the footsteps around the bed kept going clockwise, like it's just walking all around me and stuff. And I was like, what sort of weird dynamic is this thing trying to prove? Like I'm like, do what you want, I'm not bothered. And I think it's when I actually did not give a damn, it stopped. Like it was not scary, it was just annoying. Like fear part was there, but the annoying part was more than that. And yeah, that is one interesting tale which annoyed me the longest. Other ones are there, but they didn't stay for so long. Like it was like one of random things which I was like fine, but the annoying factor was this because it went on for months and months, and yeah.
I have few doubts. Firstly, why would you go to the place where you where in the first place when you are going into that thing? I mean, multiple doubts here. You said you were in the deserts, or was it a forest or a desert sort of thing?
Like,
Desert.
Uh,
can I please ask one question? Like, Jarush, you said that when you saw a place where there were lights and stuff in desert,
hmm.
and when you guys reached there, it was just dark and one tree. Who the hell then decided to go and take a piss on that tree? Like, why would someone do?
Yeah, exactly. Who?
I mean, guy's got to do what he's got to do, man. Like, I mean, he
How could
selected the
no?
only tree in the entire place. What to do?
Oh, that's what I was
Yeah,
about to ask you. How could you find a tree in middle of a desert?
No, you do have trees. Like,
Okay.
it's like
You have
desert
those
does have
barks,
these.
right, with less leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a full grown, healthy looking tree. It's trees. Desert does have trees. Like there are trees in the desert, by the way.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
My question is, it sounds more like a pissed off ex than a ghost. What you had?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, even they're equally annoying, but at least you can see them. This one, you're not able to see.
What would scare the shit out of me is leave the other things apart, but the dog playing with it. Generally, dogs tend to like if they sense a presence, they're gonna
Yeah.
bark at it. They're gonna give a sign to the owner, or like if my dog, if Bagheera, if it is sensing, it is gonna shout on it, or it is gonna like it is gonna get scared itself, and it is gonna run away. But it
Betrayal of your own.
yeah, it trained you, dude. Literally, it started playing with the entity. How?
My dogs aren't the best in the world. They both are two adorable huskies. So
Oh,
it is in their behavior to be playful with anyone and everyone. So even if like someone's coming to steal and kill me, that's his new best friend to play with. They're just they're mentally incapable of alerting for threats. They just go and play. So can't help it.
yeah. I mean, I understand. I've got a retriever too. He is also more or less the sort of the same thing. He doesn't really bother if someone is beating me. Try to go play with them. So we've tested.
Same exactly.
Yeah, we tried testing it. He doesn't really bother. So I can understand. But when you talk about an entity, when it's like maybe I don't know what. I guess it would be a nice entity or
I mean, like over here, like in the deserts and in the outskirts of like Dubai and UAE, there are places where you'll just find like Quran verses written in like cards and like just kept on the side of the roads in all these isolated areas. So they say like things have happened over there, just don't stop. And the deserts, the like every place has an energy. Like any house you go to, any person you talk to, or like any new environment where you go to, it always has an energy which you can pick up. And the cities don't have them that much. If you're a sensitive person, like you're probably numb to even notice these things with all the the traffic, your day-to-day life. You don't realize that. But when you go to these places which are calm, you kind of become sensitive to the things which you don't notice normally.
yeah,
And and it's at these states of mind where your body becomes like an antenna to kind of like like absorb and like get into that frequency where you're able to pay attention to the things which you will not even bother otherwise. So in the deserts, in the outskirts, in the open areas, in the mountains, they all have got these energies. Sometimes it's very very peaceful and grounding. Like when you just go there, it will just absorb all the negativity and shit out of your head. But at the same time, there are some places where you go where it will literally make your body burn up from inside, because you can feel the intensity over there.
yeah.
So the residual energy of places is something which either you are completely numb and don't notice it, or it is that you are sensitive and you'll kind of subconsciously try to stay away from those type of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely it does. But I mean, when you were narrating, right, when you said it, I thought the first thing which crossed my mind is, could it be a mirage, like in the desert, right? But you said it was in the dark, it was in the night time, and generally
Yeah,
night
so
get to see mirage.
so the sound it looked like, as if people are just camping, chilling out, and like probably drunk or hooking up or god knows what, because you could hear screams randomly which come up. I was like, fine, like so random. Cause, and even the place where I went that day, it's pretty deep inside, like no one usually comes there in the night because the dunes are very big and very technical to drive there. So unless you really know what you're doing, no one comes to that area. So I was like, fine, someone's probably camping since long. But then it kind of got annoying because it sounded like they wanted help, but whenever we pay attention, stop completely. And we were at the top of another big dune, so we could see this at the distance, and there were dunes in between to cross as well. So we just kept going straight towards it, and when we reached, there was no one in that place. There was no tire tracks. There was nothing. It was completely quiet. And this guy went to take a leak. He starts fighting because someone told him you can't be here, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you to tell me where I can be or not?" And we looked, there was no one. And then when we all turned back, like the sound comes behind us, and we were like, "Okay, fine, fuck this shit, we're off." Like,
But best thing
so
is you respected them. It's like, firstly you tried.
yeah, I mean, because this same intuition thing, like anyone who does dune bashing and things at night, one, it is very risky because in the day the chance of flipping a vehicle is very high, and people do it at night because you want the more adrenaline rush. That's why people do that stuff at night. But at the same time, your senses are very sharp and heightened. Like anyone who does this thing, they know that you get a gut feeling, like your intuition tells you to either slow down, take it easy. And anytime you deny it, someone in your convoy either rolls their car, either they crash or some shit. So it's like anyone who spends a lot of time doing these extreme things, you kind of get that intuition, and anytime you ignore it, it bites you in the back very bad. So I think that was it for that day. But yeah, it stayed for like I think around 3 months almost since that event. Just latched on to all of us and like came home. Maybe I don't know, or it probably like just messed with your energy so much that you absorbed it from other places which had this shit as well. So yeah, a lot of energy stuff.
Yeah. But again, you're the same person like Imran here. Imran has also has gone, has seen something and has went and slept there just to get another interaction. So
I mean, it's like everyone handles things differently. Like for some people, they put it on religion and that makes them understand it better. Some people put it on energy. Some people try to put it into science,
yeah,
logic,
as Imran.
whatever makes our mind agree and helps us understand better. So yeah.
Wow, man. Weird experiences and wild experiences today. Whatever Imran and Jonah and Nick shared, you guys had the most wild experiences, man. And more or less, you and Nick share the same kind of experience here. Though you, the entity has latched on to you, but Nick's entity was residing in his house. Oh man. Oh, people left. So now who's gonna next? Imran, you said Dilip, bhai, you gonna share anything now? Now that you've heard a few stories.
I'm still catching up.
I
I
think
haven't personally experienced anything, but I have a lot of stories heard from other people.
Oh, I mean that's what most of like.
But give me some time. Let me absorb something, and then I have few stories, but of course, give me some time.
Okay, okay, definitely. Yeah,
Okay, I have one more story that I think I want to share.
definitely.
Sorry, someone else was saying something.
No. Please go ahead.
Okay. So this story starts when I started my first job. I was doing some corresponding work, import export kind of a thing, and we had an office, and I had a colleague and stuff. So one day, me and my colleague decided to go down to get some food and stuff. And so imagine that there is a building, and the building has an entrance which is just one gate. Like you can enter the building just from that one gate, and there is no other way to enter the building, right? So we went out, we got the food, and when we were heading back to the building, and this was daytime, right? So we saw our boss reach us on a bike, and we were seeing like the gate of the building, which was like for at like 2 minutes of walk. And our boss came to us on the bike, and he was like talking to us like, "What are you guys doing? When are you gonna go back?" And the stuff and all that. And at one point, I felt a weird energy in him, like he was eating pan, and there was something red coming out of his mouth, and I felt unusual, and I felt like something is wrong. Like I couldn't pinpoint what's going on, but something I felt is very wrong about this experience. And the moment he left on his bike, like I could hear his bike voice disappearing very unusually. Like he was out of my sight, and like he has gone on the opposite direction to the to the direction I'm facing. And I felt like his voice disappeared very unusually. Anyway, so we entered the building, and when we entered the building, our boss is still sitting inside.
Huh?
And we were like, wait a second, we just saw you like 2 minutes ago. You talked to us, and then you went away. And he was like, nope, I'm still here. I never left the building. And there were other people sitting over there as well. And so it was like me and my colleague, we both saw him. So we knew it's not a hallucination or something, because there are two people saying that we saw the same thing. And then our boss said like he was using a mockle. So mockle is like an entity which is under his control, and he said he was using it to just play with us.
Sorry,
And
what?
this guy's
What is
actually
that entity? What? I'm sorry to interrupt. What is it called? Mokil.
mockle. Yeah, so it's a Urdu word, mockle. So in Pakistan, it's a pretty common thing that people do rituals where they take over entities into their own will, and then they can make those entities do different things. And so the person I saw was actually a jinn kind of a thing, which was under his control, and he was just playing around with it. And we both saw him. Yeah.
What I've
Seriously?
heard mostly, what I've heard mostly of mock kills are they are not good entities, and they take lives, a lot of lives, like against, like it's a transaction. They take something, you take something, like that
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, so he was a black magician. I think he knew what he was practicing, and he had worked on it, and he had a pretty stable life, and he actually became rich as well after a few years. I found out, like he knew how to control those entities and stuff. Whatever he was doing it. I think in a way that he wasn't getting hurt from these entities. But I'm no longer in touch with him, so I'm not sure what happened
Oh,
to him. Yeah.
it's really nice that you moved away from him, dude. Because what if he was actually sacrificing some other people to that Mokil? What do you call Mokil? Is it?
Yeah, Mocking. Well, the way he told me the story is like he didn't have to do anything stupid. He just had to sit down in a circle for some days, and during those days, the mocker tries to try to show you different hallucinations and stuff, tries to scare you, and if you don't scare away and you don't leave the circle, you actually win, and then the entity will have to bow down to you. And if you got scared and you left your circle during that period of time, then it's going to be the other way around. The entity is going to own you rather than you owning the entity.
Wow.
So yeah, but I didn't left him because of this. To be honest, I was like, okay, fine, you have an entity, so what? You showed me a trick, so what? I'm
So
here
what?
to earn money and do my job.
Dude,
And
what? So what, dude? I would have run away from him the next moment when told me when he accepted that. How were you? How long did you
asked
work
him.
with him after that?
I think I at least worked 1 to 2 years with him, and this was like in the first few months he showed me this trick. And I actually went to him and told him like, "Tell me, how do you do this? Like, I wanna give it a try as well. Maybe I can. I don't think I'm gonna leave the circle as well." But he was like, "No, you are too young for this and stuff." I was like, "Okay, fine."
Did you ever
I
see
actually
that
left.
Mokil apart from? I mean, apart from that one time, did you ever get to interact with him again?
No, not really. And it's hard to tell. Like, there is no way to identify. Maybe someone can feel inside, like, if this is the same Mokel, if they encounter something paranormal again in their life. So it's hard to tell if it's the same energy or something else. But yeah, this was just one incident with him. But other people around my, like, I knew other guys who know this person from a while, and they told me like he have even performed some other magic tricks. Like he used to float eggs into air in front of audience, and people were like he's playing a trick, but according to him, the eggs were actually being held by those entities, and people saw that they are flying in the air, but actually it's just entities moving them around.
Oh, I'm just doing a research on. I mean, I'm just trying to Google search on what is Mokil. This is what I find. First time I'm hearing, dude. How do you know about this one, right, Dick?
I have seen a lot of Arabic based horror movies where it is referenced, and there are some Indonesian series about Mokil which I have seen. It's a type of jinn spirit. It is a very transaction based. It can take more than it gives you. So it is uh, kind of what we call in ये प्रेत या फिर बेताल जो बोलते हैं ना, similar. It's an Islamic religion.
Wow. We are hearing a lot of jinn stories recently, man. We've
Oh,
heard.
yeah, because we are like the audience is from Middle East, right? So
Soon you
yeah.
guys would be dreaming of jinns.
It's and that.
Also, yeah, one thing about the last story, I have heard this: jinns can transform into animals, so that might be a reason of those dogs playing with these jinns. That they are very natural. They don't harm nature. Generally, jinns. They can
Uh,
some
uh,
interpretations say that jinns can transform into other animals. I don't know.
could be, I'm not sure, but then it's like different religions have got different set of beliefs and stuff.
No,
Like,
like
for example,
I agree, but
uh,
like,
uh,
see, entities are the same, just the names are different, and then their workings are kind of different. Like, see, there are jinns
No,
that work
I
with
would say
Betal and Wraiths.
entities are also different, I would say that. For example, jinns, you can trace it back to Arabia and, pre-Islamic
Huh.
Arabia. In India, you have something different, like you can call
Betals
it
and all,
yakshas.
Betals,
Like
Yakshas, those can be traced back to
yakshas,
Mahabharatas and all
yakshinis.
these Vikram,
Yeah,
Sambat
so I
Vikrams.
would say,
Like,
right,
maybe
right.
different place creates different kind
So
of
there are
entities.
like different, class and ethnicity of such entities, I would say, just like how we are very diverse. So they too have like diversity in their own self. Huh?
No, no, I totally agree. I feel like it's that kind of thing. Like you have a Pomerian here and then Indian dog.
Multiculturalism of
Maybe
entities.
different breeds are in different places. I don't know. I don't study coasts.
Yeah.
But, what did you find out, specific about this Mokil?
It says it's a term. Mokil literally translates to client or
Right,
agent.
right. It's a more transaction based entity.
Yeah, abilities. Some believe that these Mokil's jinn can be utilized to perform certain tasks or provide assistance. Although this is contested belief and often associated practice that are discouraged in Islam. So it's like, yeah, to be key concept to be controlled spiritual guidance. Wow.
So do you guys like often have these meetups where we talk about jinns or stuff, or this is just one time
Yeah.
session?
No, no, no,
We
no.
have it every
Every
Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm shocked that you guys don't know about mocktails. It's
No,
pretty
we've
famous
heard
in.
about jinn, but we haven't heard a type. We didn't know that there are types in jinns as well.
No, I heard
Oh,
about Mokil. It's just like never came into that big of a conversation. Generally, people term more them as jinns only.
Jinns, yeah. Last week there was a story by Saksham. He has narrated. I was saying, right. He has narrated a thing which
Uh,
his family has gone through, or the cook in his family. There is a cook in his family that has gone through this, and he was about to drag his family as well into the same thing which he was going through. So but then right that time they've realized that this cook has got some bad intentions, so they've removed him from the job. So before that got to know everything what he was trying to do, and it was actually something related to jinn. So we had few stories. There was another guy who told us a story about the same thing as Joanne has narrated, right? I guess they were also going into the deserts. They were driving, and they've seen someone sitting behind in their car. People stopped, people ran away from the car. They stopped. I don't remember. It was a story that was narrated long back. Yeah, it reminded me of the same story. They were driving. All of a sudden, while they were going into the desert, they've heard a voice. There were two people in the car or three people, and they've heard a fourth person talking from the behind. All of a sudden, they got scared. They stopped the car in middle of the desert. They ran out. There were two cars that were going. It was more or like, as you were saying, it is a rally. The group of friends were going on two cars. So one car stopped. People stopped the car. They came running out of the car. They started shouting. They started running here and there. The other car people came there. They've asked them what is wrong. They said, we've heard a scene. We've seen a person. Or we've heard a person in that car. Karke. Yeah, he left. I guess my narration is bad. He joined.
You bored someone, Suresh, leaving.
Too quick to judge.
I was
Sorry,
judging myself actually here. Do we?
Maybe some network issue. There can
I
be a
was
lot.
practicing running away from the car.
Yeah, that's what. People ran away from the car, so the other people, other people from the other car, they came here. They've asked what was wrong. They've told them that, see, we've heard a voice or we've seen a person inside the car, and again, it was a short story which it happened again. Same in Dubai. Dubai, yeah, he said it happened in Dubai deserts. It was a long backstory. That guy used to go to. He lived in Sri Lanka. He lived in Dubai and other places. That's when he was Rodriguez. I guess his name was. Yeah. Any more
Have you
stories?
guys heard this story?
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the story of the Indian family? I think somewhere in India, the entire family committed suicide by hanging themselves. And it
I
was
think
very
this was on Netflix, no? I'm right.
Burari.
Burari.
That was
Yeah.
Burari.
That's a
Burari
pretty
incident. 11 people died. It was very mysterious. And yeah, I've done some research on that. It was like an entity that deceived the head of the family to believe that he, the head of the family, to believe that the ancestor used to come into the family person's body. And through that, they got some benefits initially, like their family business, their, whatever the shop they were owning, it started to progress. But soon they fell into the trap and they started believing that entity too much, thinking that it was their grandfather who was coming into the person's body. But it was something else entirely, and whatever it was, it took all of their lives, like in a very planned manner. Like it was very well planned, the entire, you can say, the murder or whatever it was.
I've heard a lot of this about this one, and I have to watch it now.
Yeah, so what I have to say about it is very recently, I heard a story about a prait about this. So what that prait, this betal, not prait, betal. So what that betal does is, in a gaon, that betal takes bali in, like, in against of doing anything, any work. So the procedure is, first you give bali for any animal so that it can be invoked. After invocation, you ask that betal to do a thing, and after that thing is done, it takes bali of 11 people. Purari case, 11 people.
Which Vetal was this specifically, if you know the name, because there are a lot of
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I don't know the exact. I
Uh,
just heard about this as story, and then I'm like, it's another story. I moved to somewhere else.
yeah,
Then,
but this is a very high possibility, what
yeah,
you just said,
another
because
day, like
uh,
1 2 days later, I remember 11 people. Burari case, 11 people. I'll look for it again next time. I didn't get time till now.
sure.
I'll look for it, and it's some gaons betal, like a specific gaon betal. If you can search out and see.
There are worship of Vetals in Konkan region, Nagdoba Vetal and different types of Vetal. They would do worship, but they are associated with Shiva. Like they are
No,
not malefic
no,
Vetalas.
not that kind. It was the other kind, like, which is not associated with any
Okay.
god. It was like the story had, like, it had a temple and all, but it was not worship. It had a temple so that it does not
Okay.
harm anyone, not a worshipping event.
Are you guys calling it Vetal or Betal? Is it B or Ve?
It's supposed to be
You can call it
betal,
both,
but then
but
language,
yeah.
no, in 2000 years, 3000 years, language transformed into a lot of different.
But
And now, yeah.
Right.
Who is Betal? I thought Betal is more like a ghost, right? Is Betal not the ghost?
Vikramaditya. You heard about the story of
Vikramaditya and
Vikramaditya?
Betal, yeah.
Yeah, that Betal only. Similar to that, maybe variation of Betal, but that type of entity.
So is Betal a entity? Like, is he a good entity or a bad entity? Is he like a ghost?
It's a
Some
negative
stories good,
entity. It's
some stories
much higher, much higher than normal ghost. Like it's very powerful and very manipulative. Like it's
it's
very
ghost,
close to like
Pret,
proper.
Betal, and then
Uh,
Yaksha, like that.
I
yeah,
think it
yeah,
is
yeah.
like how you're worshipping it. Each and every places of worship is different. So some places it's a kind of negative energy. Some places it's a positive energy. So
That's
what
actually
happens is,
right.
what happens is sometimes they will give you what we require, but then they will they will ask you something which you have to give us a belly. So recently it happened to many places, right? In Narabali, many places it happened like also. Many people they killed, they killed some people and all, but it's a kind of belly they are giving. So I think it's still followed by many places actually. It's just there.
Okay, so is Vikram Betal? I thought Vikram Betal was a fictional story. I was reading this somewhere. Is Vikram Betal a fictional, or is it a mythological fictional, or was it a
See, the
history?
thing is, it is supposed to be nowadays. A lot of fictional stories have sprung around it. It's like Tenali Rama. The story was this much. Now we have this much content. It's not fictional. It's just extravagant now. The real content was somewhere missing. It's like Tenali Rama. There was Rama Krishna. There was Krishna Dev Rai.
Krishna Dev Rai.
But now you don't watch the series and go, yeah, this is exactly what happened, right?
Okay, but it's
What's the significance of number 11 though? I'm curious. I'm
Some
not into numerology and all of that
Well,
stuff.
I personally I don't know that much numerology. Personally, it's not my forte, but I know that it's very significant in our culture. And there was some calculation someone did. I saw it like number 11, 108, and these numbers are connected somehow. I don't exactly know, but they are. If you search internet somewhere, you'll find.
I'll do that.
Nowadays in pop culture, also you have like something like angel number 1111 and
See,
stuff like that.
7,
Yeah.
10, and 11 are very anyway like famous.
Number is it? What is the significance of number 11?
Significance of number 11. Well, according to numerology, it should be 2, 1 plus 1, right? They don't have like numbers.
The number.
Yeah, but 11 is a special number. They don't two. So yeah, they call it a special number. 7 is Ketu associated with detachment and stuff. So 8 is Saturn,
Because
Shani Dev.
uh,
That
like
way. Yeah.
from my understanding, it's like when you look at numbers and all of these things. Have you heard of Fibonacci series or the
Even yeah,
Fibonacci sequence?
yeah.
So everything in nature and
Yeah.
universe revolves around that pattern.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just open for interpretation, and it's just subjective, and what
Like
meaning we put to it ourselves.
like there was a study which found out some specific pattern. Okay, they found out inside cells or DNA or something that pattern, which was using Fibonacci series. That pattern was increasing based on the Fibonacci series. They associated with the universe being everything can be interpreted in Fibonacci series. They found like an exploding pattern which does not end and it does not diminish. It keeps exploding no matter how much you see that pattern farther and farther.
Like
And that is
fractals.
the ratio of that pattern is in the Fibonacci series.
You mean like fractal sequences, right?
Hmm?
You mean fractal sequences, where we have
Yeah.
a pattern within the pattern.
Right,
It is
right.
made up of that pattern. By the way, you guys should search Donald Hoffman, because he's one of the leading scientists working on a consciousness theory where he's saying our entire reality is constructed using an interaction mechanism between entities and relates with the sequence, connects everything in a unified system. Yeah, this guy.
I think I have
Yeah,
seen this person maybe somewhere, some video somewhere.
he,
YouTube
he
doesn't.
has YouTube videos about theory of entities. If you search, and he's trying to mathematically prove everything, the things we are talking about, in a way.
Theory of consciousness, is it?
Maybe somebody else.
Unlike many theories, they view unconscious. Consciousness is byproduct of physical process. It possesses a concept, it is a foundation upon which everything else is built. He possesses the physical objects in space-time themselves are constructs of conscious agents.
So basically, what he says is,
Mhm.
say what he's trying to say is he's trying to turn the tables around in science. So for example, science says that your brain and physical reality is the most real thing, and somehow physical reality is creating your experiences of color, sound, taste, even the sensations when you feel like you have seen a ghost or something. Those are all your personal sensation, and physical reality is the main thing. But this guy is saying, no, 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 that's not the case. Your sensations are the fundamental reality, and they are creating physical reality. So it's turning the whole concept around, and it kind of helps us then integrate ghost and other experiences as well, because physics cannot integrate ghost because that's a personal experience.
Oh, believe me or not, I all this while, right? I mean, if you, I guess I might have sent you through a message through my WhatsApp, right? If you look into my WhatsApp status, you could see my status is my conscience and my conscience are my God. I don't remember how did I come to that thing, that particular line, but I guess that's where this was it. I never never I'm talking the truth. I'm swearing here. I've never really heard of him. This is the first time, but I had the same kind of thing. Only
My
I
conscious, yeah, my conscious and conscious
my
are my
conscience,
God.
my conscious and my conscience are my God. So whatever he is saying is basically that, right? Whatever your conscience.
Maybe you have seen it somewhere, some quote or somewhere
No,
you have
dude,
seen it.
it was. I seriously haven't seen it anywhere. This is the quote which I wrote it myself.
Wow.
I wrote it. I no, the check for it. This quote is nowhere. I created this quote, but this was where I guess I was walking somewhere. I had this weird thought that came across my mind. Only if you believe that there is something, it is that is your consciousness and your conscience, right? So that's where that thought came across to me, something of that sort. Now, after what Imran is talking about, that's where I'm trying to draw parallels here. I had the same kind of thought in my mind long back when I that the next moment I came up with that quote, and since that day I've put that same quote on my WhatsApp status.
It feels like you're the guy I should be telling about the consciousness theories and all that stuff. Jerush knows about it,
Yeah,
but it's going to be a very different talk.
definitely.
Let's not turn this into a philosophy thing.
Oh, there were days where we started as ghost story session, and then it has gone into philosophical, mythological,
Days, there has been months where we went to, and we discuss everything like
everything. Yeah, we the
history,
Oh,
geography.
I doubt what I have to say. You have discussed it.
yeah, definitely. Like
Basically, so
we haven't discussed about Mokil all this while. This is the first time we've heard. So
I
hmm.
think it's like, the known unknowns are a lot more than what we will ever consciously know or become aware of at any point of time in life. And it's always going to feel like a new thing.
yeah.
Like when you look at it from a different perspective, okay, laugh at this if you want to. What if the things which we don't see are what is actually influencing our reality and we are just playing pawns in their game?
Oh,
Actually, the
That's a
thing,
very
see,
interesting thought.
yeah, and
You know,
Because
astrology
because
is that only.
no, I'm not speaking about technology. Like, say, the people who are playing with my dogs, for instance. Like, how do you know what exact level and power they hold over
That
our
is
lives?
kind of a zoo theory, something like there is a this kind of philosophy that is like we are the pets of the cosmic being zoo.
have
We
you
don't know.
guys
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
read
like
Sri Aurobindo? Like Sri Aurobindo wrote a few things about this thing, about how humans are in a way like a toy torn between the wars of the devas and the asuras, the war that used to happen, in ancient times. So they say even today that war is somewhere happening in the subtle realms, but it is not visible. And both these things influence the human mind. Like the asuric influence is more lust and anger and greed, and they try to influence that way. Well, the Devic influence is something you can say Sattvic, and something where they try to instill spiritual ideas and stuff like that. So that way.
Interesting theory. I what was it?
I would add to this theory a bit that for example, when let's say when I'm living my life and when I die, what's the difference between those two cases? So, for example, when I'm sitting at sitting on my chair and having a cup of tea, in that particular moment, if I'm not thinking about my past, what is my name, how I feel in my body, and I'm just enjoying the taste of tea, that is an aspect of thing or something which I'm living, right? But when I die, does that experiences also dies with me? Because there are other people who also drink tea, so the experience of drinking tea kind of exists in a lot of different forms within different bodies. And if you take anything about me, which dies with me, it kind of never dies with me because it lives in other people. So, for example, I have passion, I have love for something, I have hate for something, I have sort of a desire for something to exist or for something not to exist. On all of those things as individual entities, you could say, exist in all the other human beings in other forms, in other combinations. I'm just a one set of all those combinations. There is nothing special about me, and kind of like my death is just a death of that specific combination of sets, but the sets elements itself are alive in everyone else. So this goes and kind of connects to the whole war thing you guys were talking about, those energies. Like we are avatars of those energies. Like there can be an energy which wants to destroy, there is an energy which wants to create. Those are the bigger energies, but there are sub branches of those energies, and they are living in all of us in different forms and quantities. And we are just a mix and match of the cosmic, I would say, tapestry.
Does that mean we don't have free
Beautifully
will?
shared. No, we do have free will, but it's like these things do have a certain influence on us as well. So, for example, Sri Aurobindo wrote on this, how the Asuric influence works. So he said for whatever devastating events that occur in our world, for example, we have had two world wars, right?
Mm.
So he directly said that the Second World War was specially influenced by these things. And he said that the Hitler, for example, Hitler, so there are instances where if you research about it, Hitler was directly involved into occult. So he had like a very highly influential occultist around him, like Hanusen. And there are instances where they used to perform seances, where they used to call upon spirits from the other realm to help, their Nazi cause. And there's one instance where they did something like this, and within in just a day, there was fire set at the Berlin, what's that, the parliament, and it was immediately after that Hitler did, took dictatorial role over himself, uh, imposing emergency and stuff. So they say somehow these things were influenced by the Asuric tendencies, and then you know. So he says it's like the war between the Devic and the Asuric forces somehow, and Hitler was a toy of that. And Hitler also used to have like stories where he used to cry out in the middle of the night, saying that he used to see something silvery, kind of a spirit or entity, standing at his bedside. And there are instances like this, and the way he got into drug addiction later in his life and perhaps destroyed himself. So
Like when you see at things from that perspective, it's like any society or like anything which has power, when you look at its origins like ages back, they always have like occult and satanic or all the not so good things which you should not talk about a part of it, like like it's there, like some deny it, some indulge in it, but occult has always been a part of power in shaping the world which we know of in some way or the other. But the only difference is, unlike us, who only think for like months or like years in advance, they kind of do it at on a decade time frame. Because I don't know, they got time in abundance, unlike us, consciously. So
Uh, yeah. maybe what you say, I don't have much idea about that what you said. But yeah, I have heard about the particular thing that he did not leave any stone untouched. Like he went into occult, he went into occult science and sciences and all. There was a saying that there are few, not saying exactly, there are actually few houses in the like German border area where still now people say that because something dark has happened, they don't go there and all. And there are stories around like that.
And there is a story as well, right? That Hitler has sent a group of scientists to find out Shambhala as well.
Shambhala one, I don't know whether it's true or not, but I
The
know
origin of the the origin of the Aryans, and they came to Tibet. That Lhasa and places like there where they used to research on the Aryan history.
I didn't know about this. But yeah, I know that they went to some places in Russia, some of the jungles in Russia. I know that to do these things. And what was it?
But I don't think it's just that Hitler, man. I think as far as I mean the thing, the again, most of my knowledge is from, I don't read books like you guys. I'm not really इतना क्या बोल दिमागी लोग नहीं हूँ मैं. You guys seems to be quite more knowledgeable than me. My knowledge is mostly from the series or the YouTube videos I watch. So but I see that there is the secret society, right? They say that we have a secret society with, what is that thing called? Illuminatis.
We have
Illuminati.
Illuminati,
Yeah,
Freemasonry,
yeah.
lot
They
of
also
them.
follow these cults and these. They also they also have all kind of rituals and sort of thing, right? They and most of the old back in those days, even USA used to do all kind of experiments. All
MK Ultra and those experiments.
Uh, Project Stargate, basically,
Yeah.
they used to do all kind of occult things there, like remote viewing
yeah.
and other things.
So basically, and I believe even our countries also do it, but only there's thing that we don't get to know them.
See, the thing is,
Uh,
to get a
So as
to a leader,
Joan was saying, right, everyone who is in power will do such kind of, might have done such kind of thing, and still might have been still doing it.
So, for example, the Indian politicians, if you guys have heard about it, the one thing is very popular that all of them somehow or the other are involved into the upasana of the Devi called Bagalamukhi. Like if you know about it, the Bagalamukhi Devi, they do the yagyas, the havanas, the homa, whatever, before any election. Now Devi Bagalamukhi is one of the Mahavidyas, right? And she's known to uh, she's known to win over your enemies. Like if you are into debates, if you are into wars, if you are into something like elections or stuff, so people do the politicians especially, they do this upasana, and they kind of I mean, it does works on them sometimes somehow, so
what's
it's very popular.
how did you get to know about? It's too true actually.
Like
I am from Assam and I'm from Guwahati, and Banglamukhi is like very near to where I live, 5 to 7 kilometers. And
yeah, I'm into
this is very
the
like
upasana
true,
of
true. I feel
Mahavidyas
like this
myself,
is
so
this is the insider information.
yeah.
This is insider information.
But again, see, these
Yeah.
things are pujas. It's more or less like what we kind of do, like it's
Uh,
individual belief as such.
no,
But
no,
what
no. Like, see, Suresh, this exact puja is done very differently. The Banglamukhi puja is done against
Like you can
someone.
even do this to harm people. Yeah, it can be done to harm people, like even kill someone. So
The
even that
havan
is
of this
done
puja
here.
happens at night 12 with as many red chilies as you can get.
Yeah, and every yellow stuff. Everything is yellow.
no,
You
what I'm
just
trying,
wear.
no, what I'm trying to say is, as Joanne was suggesting, right? But I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like, if governments are actually, I'm not talking about individuals, not talking about minister or MLA who's trying to win an election, but as a government, as an organization, if as an organization, if they are following a cult or if they're following a ritual, what is making them to do it
See,
in
let me
public?
tell you a few things. See, abhi recently क्या हुआ ना, like not recently. 70-60 years ago कुलधारा में इतने लोग मर रहे थे रात को रह के, ASI came and they put on boards and all कि रात को कोई नहीं रह सकता, and police and all. Why? You understand like concept? जहां भी कुछ ऐसा अजीब होता है, even भानगढ़, see now if you say at the center, at the top level, who believes in ghosts? Kind of, but क्यों फिर भानगढ़ and all में they have these kind of rules, police and all, people are dying, क्या कोई inspection नहीं करता कि कोई murder तो नहीं कर रहा है कहीं? At the point when things come on a certain level, people believe these.
No, see, people are different and organization is different. That is what my
ASI ने डाला है ना वो board.
No,
It's a government organization that has put a board.
See,
So समझ.
officially on papers, you can never, put such things, because then the world will call
Yes,
you
but they still have
an idiot,
after
right?
4, if you stay here and
So,
something happens, we are not responsible.
No, see,
what is
what-
that meaning?
No,
in between the lines, what is that
वो
meaning?
समझ में आ गया रे, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ ना, see, when you talk about कौन सा, I guess it's CSI in USA or whatever, the Feds or CSA or whatever, the organization as a whole, or Hitler, when you take Hitler as an organization, he when he made you, he being a science guy, or he being who doesn't believe in superstitions, he is he who mostly he wanted to rely on poisonous gases and a humanization of thing, but he wanted to, he tried occult, or he tried all these supernatural stuff. And there are instances, or there are stories that USA, the US government organization has sponsored these things as well. So I'm presuming every other country, every other organization, in this case, let's just say Illuminatis or the other guys who are, they're also organizations. To the public, as a public, when we say like when general public talk about us, ask us to say, see, you're being superstitious, you're being a stupid person, but how come these organizations are kind of doing it in the background?
Just think two things. First, the only thing emotional about these organizations is money. Honestly, the worst, like the most things that people don't believe, these organizations do believe. If you think about it, like in a second, just think about it. Who is more emotional, people or corporate?
I know corporate will play around with people emotions,
but they are not emotional, right?
They're
They
not.
find things, they are on facts and working. So imagine if something works, why won't they do it? They'll not think, is it right, is it wrong, is it working, is it not? They see the data and they work on it. Simple, very simple. If I was a corporate organization, I was the head of it, I would do the same. I care
I
about
have
data and money.
another perspective of this. Like just adding on to you guys, I think like when you see it from a religious perspective, okay, I would like to say that I'm not disrespecting anyone's religion or anything, but it's like every religion is a copy of a copy in some way or the other on the grand scheme of
You
things.
believe that?
And the religions which initially
Obviously.
had like a lot of energy work and like praying to the trees and sun and all of that, like they were playing on a different level and frequency compared to what any modern portrayal of it is being done. Like here everyone, it's like, okay, who's going to build the biggest mosque, who's going to build the biggest temple? That's what the goal is currently. But before, like all these tribal religions and all of their practices, like they would sacrifice this, that. It was more primitive and more like in tune, like they were more connected to the universe and all the frequencies at which it had. So I would say, like all of these societies, it's like they still stick to a little bit of the past which existed before we modernized, commercialized, and like made it all fancy to suit our narrative. So they are working on a very different, deeper, older belief structure, and it's a lot of things which you can't explain by logic.
On that, like on exactly on this whole what you said, I only want to quote one thing I recently read about from Chanakya, that a fool's religion is the like murti or the name of the god. A smart person's religion is the feeling. It was in Hindi, like एक बेवकूफ आदमी का भगवान मूर्ति या फिर उसके नाम में है, एक समझदार इंसान का भगवान उसकी भावना में है, और एक ब्रह्म ज्ञानी या फिर एक ज्ञानी इंसान का भगवान हर जगह है. So see, earlier people were very much knowledgeable about God and all the creation. I can say, like, see, nowadays religions are more about demigods, this and that, sadhana and all. But much, much, much earlier, we have even, like, even in writings, Pancha Mahabhut is Shiva. So people used to actually not like only worship Shiva, but the Panch Mahabhut, the fire, the water, the earth, and all these. Now, slowly, slowly, people are turning to the demigods, and these demigods are the, like, see, all the demigods if you see, or all the gods you see are the incantation or the incarnation of these nature forces.
Yeah. So, like, let's look at it from a even more bigger perspective. Like from the Indian or like from the Asian context, you can take this, but when you take it from the European context, like they have their Nordic religions, or
Same,
like
same, like, see, all everything originated from natural force to a demigod nowadays.
true. And if you pay attention to all of these things, they all work at different frequencies. Like frequencies in the sense like the instruments which they use, the horns. It's like it's all vibration and like
Yeah, yeah.
energies and things which
But
they were.
there is a lot of similarity between any mythology or religion which has a pantheon. Maybe the pantheon is too similar to be different.
True, true. It's only the fan club of
Yeah,
those things which are messing it up
yeah.
and fighting for no fuck all reason.
Like, see, even in
But
Abrahamic religion there are angels. हमारे देवतास है. Nordic में they have Aesir gods, and everywhere they're
Mhm.
like.
True. No, my point was more like on the ritualistic essence of things which
Okay.
they used to do, and like how they would transcend themselves and raise their vibration and frequency to tune into a different realm which we are very disconnected and cut off with. And honestly, I think with our day to day life, you can't stay in that state of mind and do your day to day things because the dissonance is a lot. So all of these things, these occult witchcraft, which we consider it as wrong, I don't see it as wrong. It's just that we don't have a fucking idea what it actually is.
No, no, we are
Like
not
we
saying
just
it's
have
as wrong. We are saying it's as powerful. Wrong is what you do with it,
exactly, yeah.
right? It's just powerful, I'm saying. Wrong is an angle of seeing this which is done bad way. See, if imagine I could do harm to someone, I could do good to someone too, right?
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying
But
we just say that these are powerful.
true, true. But then you see the thing, right? Like religion has like matured and grown up, and like like uh, we don't see both narratives. So at present, if anyone is experimenting or like trying out these things, we'll probably like stone him and kill him like he's doing some magic shit. Like we don't have the
Sorry to
mental
interrupt you.
capacity.
Just a second. Sorry to interrupt you. Religion has not matured. Religion has grown up from a kid of 10 years to a messy teenager.
True, yeah. So
Matured at all. No religion has matured till now.
but
Well
then
said.
that that's the thing, like all of these things, right? Like when you're at different states of mind, like for example when you're on psychedelics for instance, you just feel connected and like everything comes as one, and you tap into a complete different energy frequency level, and everything makes sense. So there's a lot more than what our visual eyes can like comprehend and
There's a thing.
see it.
Why do, like, all the stories, like, across the globe you see, why do ghosts very much attract cats, dogs, and kids?
They're pure. Like
Exactly.
their
They don't
energy
have
is
that
not
blocks
messed up
in
like
their
ours.
mind. We have a very structured mind. The moment you
True,
build a
true,
structure, you cannot even welcome the unknown.
true.
And that's how, like, this, see, before, earlier, people used to believe in the unknown. Nowadays we don't believe. I have a four wall house, I can't believe there can be any other entrance than the two gates. But before, people had that clearance in their mind, there can be other entrance, there can be other ways to do it. Nowadays we are very
Yes.
boxed. We can't think
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
the box in religious ways or spiritual ways.
Like we have never been so connected and disconnected with ourselves at the same time. like how it is right now.
And
So
honestly, in the way, how much I don't know, all the advancement of science, technology, biology, I don't see one good answer about anything, anything, almost anything. We don't know anything about the brain till now. We don't know anything about the ocean. We don't know anything about how exactly, maybe you can say the Einstein equation that can exactly transfer an energy from a particle to energy, but we exactly have no idea about it. We don't know what light is till now. Some say it's a
true, true.
particle, some say it's a wave, some say it's something, something. We still have speculation about most things. How our brain works exactly, we have no idea. We know some parts, how do they work, but as a whole, there is no idea how the brain totally works, how the consciousness part comes in. So honestly, we don't know these many things, and this due to our maybe not education system, however the world works, due to that we have this concrete mind that we know these things, and now anything outside we cannot include in our life. That's how these beliefs have completely transformed. The spiritual beliefs that died.
Yeah, it's a very sad thing, I would say. Like, we are like conditioned to like limit everything. Like, whatever we understand is what we accept, and what we understand is very less, and everything else is foreign, and our mind can't even comprehend things out of it just like that. So
Like there is a story. I have heard it this in a podcast of Pierre Bicep. So take it with a grain. I also took it with a grain. There this story I know, but the reasoning I heard from Pierre Bicep. So Chandrama, the moon in our Hindu history or mythology, Chandrama has so many wives, but he loves one wife more than the other. So that wise he was cursed by Yaksha, this Daksha to go dark, and then he went to Shiva to help, and that's how he gets dark and light. So now what you see is all those, out of all those nakshatra, there is one nakshatra where Chandrama stays more time without any other reason. That nakshatra is
Rohini.
named again, yeah, Rohini, exactly. So see, these now, on the scientific belief, there is no concrete answer of it. There can be speculations of 100 things, but concrete answer there is no. In our mythology they made a story about it, people believed on it, but how can you believe without concrete evidence in science? It is an exception, that's it. And that's how our mind has gone into concreteness.
no, yeah, I completely agree with you. It's like in science, we still, we allow it room to stay a fact till proven otherwise. But in
Right.
religion, you can't do that, right? So everything in
But
science
but there is
is a fact till it's proven otherwise.
there is a thing about science which is something I don't think a lot of people realize, is that science is kind of a subset of magic itself.
Yeah,
Because
that
magic
is
is like whatever you don't understand, and science don't yet have a theory of everything, which means by science own logic, everything they have said so far could be wrong because they don't have a solid ground to stand on.
Recently, they found out a star that was much more older than the whole universe. So everything they knew about the universe can be false if
Exactly.
that is true. And also, recently there was some breakthrough about the single electron theory. You know what the theory is? That the whole of
Okay.
universe is just one electron vibrating at different time, because electrons don't have time. They don't have concept of time.
Hmm.
Electrons, because that
And
is
that vibration that you just mentioned, if you try to find an equivalent in our scripture somewhere, you can read it in something called as Pandakarika.
okay.
Basically, they say that's from Kashmiri Shaivism. They say that the entire universe is a manifestation of vibrations. So they very in great detail they explain how it's about vibrations. It's called Spandakarika.
Maybe they were trying to explain this only in some different manner. And because see, nowadays we say these are the words we explain in, their words were that, like, vibration in between oneness,
But
unity, like,
what my what I personally think is that no matter what, science could never really progress as much to find the truth, because it is in the end of the day it is based on your senses, like the five senses.
that
Whatever
is that HP
science is based on
Lovecraftian
the
thing,
five
right? We are
senses.
very small in the grand scheme of universe. That is the
Exactly.
HP
So
thought.
anything beyond the senses, science would be imperceptible to it.
Not science, us only. Like we are the goldfish which cannot have memory.
Yeah, I mean, as in
So how can
totality.
you find out a room if you can't even remember more than 6 seconds?
But isn't it so that the senses are the only true thing which can be considered real, as in
Yes,
whatever
it
reality
is
is,
our
it's
reality.
our senses.
That's the difference comes, right? The reality. Like, our reality is that much only. It is not the reality, but our
Hmm.
reality is that. Like imagine a fish bowl on your table.
So
The fish
you
cannot
can
think
say there is
outside the bowl.
something like absolute, you can say there's something like absolute reality and relative reality. So what we are, like what we see is relative reality, not the absolute reality. So what we are trying to say is we can never find the absolute reality.
That is true.
Hmm. I want to go into this a bit deeper, but it's going to become a bit philosophical because, from my understanding,
I would
your
love.
Yeah, I mean, sorry to interrupt
your
you. That's where I wanted to ask. So it's 12 o'clock, so we are already on the 2 hours mark. So end this stream, at least the live stream. So if you guys want to continue, I'll end this stream, but we can continue the discussion on here on the meet in the meantime. So yeah, just give me a second. I'll end the stream. So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, that's for today. Thank you all for joining. No one else is watching. I don't know who am I thanking here. There's no one watching the YouTube stream, dude.
We get 0 views, like 1 or 2, highest 2.
Guys, I've dropped my YouTube link there. Please subscribe to it and drop a like
sure.
to the video which we spoke about just now. And if you guys want to be a part of the WhatsApp group, which I told you about in
So
this,
that every Saturday you can meet, like
we
you
can
can join that.
meet us. So I can, if you are not already part of it, you can be. I'm gonna drop the link as well. Sure.
I'm gonna drop off, guys. Thanks for a very good discussion. I really like your ideas. But probably from next time onwards, I'll be able to contribute something.
Oh, definitely.
Sure, sure. We would love to.
I like the views of Jerush and Infinite Wisdom.
Yeah, yeah,
Really good, as well as Imran. Actually, very good thoughts. Actually.
yeah.
Thanks, Dilip.
Please do. Please be.
Would
If you
love to hear from you
want to
next
be
time.
active, you can be part of the
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
do add me. Yeah, do add me in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I've just sent you the link over here. Do send me an invite there. I'll add you to the group.
Sure.
And
Thank you,
please
guys.
subscribe to the
I'll catch
YouTube
up.
channel as well.
Yeah, I'll catch up next Saturday.
Yeah. Sure, sure, sure.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you all. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Ending the stream. Bye. You guys can stay back. We can talk back in the behind. I'm ending the stream here. Bye.
Yeah. What do you want to say?